Hey there, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making 3 recipes using ground chicken. Lately I have noticed that ground chicken is a little bit cheaper where I live compared to ground beef, so I picked up a couple packages of it and decided we were going to do a video all about ground chicken. So I do hope you enjoy today's video and these 3 recipes, but let's go ahead and get into it. First up today, we are going to make some ground chicken tacos, and these are definitely a little bit different than how I would make my chicken tacos normally. So to begin, I am going to go ahead and chop up half of a yellow onion. And then over to my stovetop, I'm adding in that 1 pound of ground chicken and all of the onion that I just chopped up. I'm going to let these cook in here together until the chicken is cooked all the way through. Next, this might seem a little bit weird, but you're going to add 1/3 of a cup of ketchup in here. You'll also be needing 1 can of Rotel or tomatoes with green chilies, 1 package of chicken taco seasoning, and then give this a really good mix to combine. I let this simmer on my stovetop over a medium heat just until all the liquid had thickened up. Then we're adding in 1 cup of shredded Mexican style cheese. Let the cheese melt down and then these are ready to go. I just had mine in some tortillas with a little bit of extra cheese on the top, some shredded lettuce, and hot sauce with sour cream. I really liked these. My husband said they were a little bit too tomato-y for him. I'm assuming that is from the ketchup, but I loved it. I thought it was a little bit different. I will link this recipe down below because it is not mine. I did just kind of change up the amounts a little bit, but overall, really good. Really liked this one. Next up, we're going to make some chicken Parmesan pasta. To begin with this one, we are again going to chop up half of a yellow onion, and I wanted to mention really quickly, if you do not like to use onions, then just skip that step. We just love onions and love the flavor, so I do cook with them a lot. Into my skillet, I'm adding 1 pound of that ground chicken and also the chopped up onion. Once again, I'm going to let these cook in here together until the chicken is cooked all the way through. Now add in about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Let this cook in here for about a minute or so until you can smell the garlic nice and strong. Next, you will want to add in 1 jar of your favorite pasta sauce. I like to use the tomato basil one, that's my favorite. Any brand, I just really like that flavor specifically. I'm pretty sure I did not record myself doing it, but I did add about a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano and a 1/2 teaspoon of basil into this sauce as well. While the ground chicken was cooking up, I did go ahead and cook up about 12 ounces of rotini pasta on the other burner. Once the pasta was done, I just added it right into my meat sauce. Once mixed, you can go ahead and add this into a casserole dish, and I just want you to ignore what I'm doing here. Do not use an 8x8 casserole dish. It is a little too small, but I had to commit once it was already in the pan. I would definitely try using a 9x13 for this. I think that would work a lot better. I spread that around evenly in the pan, and then over the top of that, you're going to want to add some mozzarella cheese, and don't be afraid to go a little bit heavy with this mozzarella cheese. Add 1 cup to 2 cups, your preference. Just make sure the top is nice and covered. Then over top of the mozzarella, we're going to add some shredded Parmesan cheese as well. I probably only used about a 1/4 cup of that or so, but add as much as you like. And then to finish it off, we are going to be adding some breadcrumbs onto the top. You can use regular or panko, it doesn't really matter. You just want to add that little bit of crunch on there. And then I also sprinkled it with just a little bit of parsley for color. I put this in the oven for right around 10 minutes, and then I also turned the broiler on for about 3 minutes just to get some color on the top, but that's up to you. As long as the cheese is melted, you're good to go. I'm sure you can tell this pan got very full and started dripping over the edge, so I had to add an extra pan underneath of that for protection in the oven. But this is what my finished plate looked like. The top of the cheese got a little bit crispy, which is what I love. And then on the side there, I did just make some garlic bread in the oven and sprinkled a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it. I think next time maybe I would add just a hair more sauce, just because I like to have a little bit more sauce than this, but overall it was really good. And now we're going to make a chicken burger, and I know I just shared a burger very similar to this, but this one I did make a little bit differently, so I'm going to go ahead and share this one as well. Into a large bowl, you'll just add in your ground chicken. This is 1 pound, 1/4 cup of plain breadcrumbs, 1 egg, about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of shredded cheddar, 1 teaspoon of dried onion, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 package of ranch seasoning mix, and 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Go ahead and get this all mixed together really well. It's better to use your hands, it just gets it mixed together a lot better. And then once that's done, go ahead and divide that into 4 to 6 burgers. Today I'm going to be cooking them in this cast iron skillet, so you'll just want to heat up some oil in your skillet and then let those cook in there for about 3 to 4 minutes per side until they are hitting at least 165 degrees internally. To finish off these burgers, I'm just going to take a bun, add the chicken burger on there. Next, I'm adding on some sliced Roma tomato, and then a few slices of bacon, and then a little bit of ranch dressing, and that's all I'm adding onto this one. No lettuce or anything like that. On the side this night, I just did some tater tots, kept it really easy. I really enjoyed this burger. I'm very much into chicken burgers right now. They're so good. And I loved having the tomato on there with the ranch. It made it feel really fresh. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to leave me a flower down in the comments below to let me know that you watched all the way through. And I will see you guys back here next time. Bye!